Fantastic Four is coming out this Friday. You've obviously made some predictions.
I told us how this is all going to shake out. How this is all going to go. We got Jurassic Park nestling up around $700 million. We got Superman. I believe it's either projected or just crossed $400 million as of today. Then we got Fantastic Four domestically shooting around $140 million is what the predictions are nestling in. So about $15 million north of what Superman was projected to do. But then at the same time, the pre-sales for Superman were a lot stronger. Adding on top of that, even Superman had the 2 pre-sale dates as opposed to the 1 that came with Fantastic Four. So a lot of jockeying back and forth with the numbers is still going to settle down to, it's going to, boil down to what you saw me say in the preview run to this episode. If Superman proves to leg out well or beyond expectations, it'll cut into Fantastic Four. If it sticks with what we've been seeing, not a soft opening, but a decent one at around 217 million worldwide, then about a 54% drop weekend over weekend, which is not good, not bad. Like you don't want to see any movie drop 50% of its audience in a week over week. But in terms of superhero movies, it's decent-esque. It's about average. It's about what you would have expected to lose. So it didn't go overboard. It didn't go like 70% like some people were thinking it might go. And it didn't do the best ever and say like, oh, it only dropped 34, 35%, 40%. So it's about what you would expect it to do. The next couple of weeks, right? This is weekend 2 of Superman.
Yeah.
The next couple of weeks are going to be key. Premiere week is this upcoming week for Fantastic Four. What does that look like for Superman? Because Jurassic Park still made more than in its second or third weekend. Still made more than the early previews in the first week of Superman. Are we expecting Superman in week 3 to beat out Fantastic Four? After, again, in it's one of its stronger weeks, it still wasn't out earning Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying it's sandwiched. We always knew that was going to be a problem. Trying to break into Jurassic Park's legs, earn your maximum amount of box office that you can in those first 2 weeks, which is your strongest weeks. And then right on the tail of your first 2 weeks, you got to have another major superhero release to compete with. So, again, we'll see. But at about 400 million currently, it's seeming like another 150, maybe $200 million is what we're looking at for Superman. And then the rest of the superhero box office will be eaten up by Fantastic Four for the remaining parts of the summer. We're going to start getting into horror shit coming up here in August and September.
Right.
Weapons and Him and there's a couple other horror films
like
coming.
5 of them, I thought.
Goddamn Conjuring, I think is coming out here in the next couple of months. So
Bambi.
the back half of the summer leading into the fall belongs to horror.
Yeah.
Fantastic Four is going to have the last hurrah when it comes to superhero movies. So I still think it'll go Jurassic Park, Fantastic Four, Superman. But it'll be a tighter. I will say, since Superman has been exceeding expectations numbers wise, not by much, but by a little bit, it's been it's going to be a little bit of a narrower finish than I thought. But because Superman's obviously exceeding expectations, but I think it's still going to be Fantastic Four over Superman when it's all said and done. Okay. Box office wise, can't say anything in terms of quality.
Right. Well, okay. So Superman's budget was $225.
Yeah,
so
sure.
Maybe double that.
225, and they had 100. They have it down as 125 on marketing. So if we're being absolutely nice, they have
somewhere around there.
That's what I realistically think the budget is. If we're giving it to them, we'll call it what it is and say that it's 350. right?
Yeah.
So this film
So it's
still
already-
has to get in the 700 million range, 700, 750 to start talking about profitability. 700 million at least to break even. Like it is what it is. Now, if you are telling us that the studio has given you a reprieve on making money on this first movie, okay, fine. I guess, sure. And that is certainly what the posture is from the studio, even all the way up to the exec. I can't understand how, again, we talk about this all the time. Batgirl had to be shelved because it wouldn't make money.
Right.
And we have just given James Gunn a top 3 comic book character of all time, and we're talking about how financial ability doesn't matter. That I have never heard of a bigger fucking cop out from a money grubbing exec like Zaslav ever in my life. Ever in my life. You were so money hungry that, again, Batgirl couldn't even see the light of day. We had to wipe the hard drives of Wile E. Coyote and whoever, whatever the hell that movie
Wile E.
was.
Coyote versus
Right?
Acme.
Because money. If it doesn't make money, it doesn't make sense to Zaslav, right? But then we walk head on into a $350 million investment for Superman, and we're talking like, oh, money doesn't matter. It's either expert level bullshit and they're quietly losing their shit behind the scenes, or all of that I gotta save money shit was just to make sure he got his bonus at the end of the year. Let me find 2 random projects to cancel so that I can keep cashing these $1 million bonuses at the end.
Yeah.
Because you can't have it both ways. You can't say, oh, we had to cut these films because of profitability, but it doesn't really matter whether or not Superman makes money. Those things don't go together at all. 10-year plan and all this other shit. Fam, we have not seen a DC project on the silver screen meet profitability since James Gunn has taken over. Unless Blue Beetle was just really, really, really cheap. Which I doubt it. Unless Shazam 2 was just really, 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 really cheap.
No,
unless they shot Aquaman 2 at a bargain.
I forgot about that movie, to be honest with you.
You know who the only one might have smelled profitability? I'll wait and see if you figure it out. Probably didn't, but it's probably the closest along there with Superman.
The only other DC movie I'm thinking of
since James Gunn got announced president.
The Flash?
No, fuck no. Absolutely
there's
not.
No way.
Absolutely fucking not.
What other DC movie was there?
Oh, just think about it.
Shazam. Oh, the Batman. No.
Well,
what? No,
yeah,
James
okay.
Gunn wasn't there.
Yeah,
James Gunn
no.
wasn't there.
Oh, I was gonna say, I don't think he was announced
James
when
Gunn
that
wasn't
happened.
there.
But even if I was giving him, I would have given him that. But no, that's not what I'm thinking about. Let's see if the chat got it.
Right, I was gonna say.
Chat, let us know
what other
what
DC
was the
movie was
last DC project to smell profitability in DC since James Gunn has been announced
was James
president.
Gunn there for Joker Folia Do maybe?
No, fuck no, absolutely.
But that didn't.
You know, I don't even know what that movie made. Yeah, I think it lost a bunch of money.
But the only other movie, and I don't think James Gunn was there, was Black Adam.
Somebody said, yeah,
that's the only other movie I can think of.
No. Okay, so the movie was made, but it premiered after James Gunn was announced as the new president. It only got made because of the handshake deal or whatever contract they had with Walter Hamada.
I was gonna say that's the only other movie I
was
thinking
Black
of,
Adam.
but I didn't think James Gunn
Black
was there yet.
Adam has grossed more than every DC project that James Gunn, or excuse me, not that he's penned, because a lot of this stuff was still in the pipeline.
Right.
Every DC project that has come out since James Gunn has been announced president has made less than Black Adam.
Yes.
Is what we're trying to get here.
Yes.
Including up until present day, including Superman. So all of this profitability talk, it's like
now Superman's probably going to, but it's Superman. It should.
We'll see. Yeah, obviously, first of all, yeah, there is a a difference in audience expectation and also studio expectation of what those characters should gross.
Because those two shouldn't be on the same level.
Like, we've never seen Black Adam on the silver screen other than Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's iteration. So there's a different level of expectation there. You're absolutely
versus
right.
top 3 comic hero
of all time. top 3
2.
most profitable superhero of all time. I would say top 3 because
Spider-Man, Batman.
We lay a lot of Spider-Man and Batman are number 1 and number 2.
Okay.
we lay a lot of this responsibility at the feet of James Gunn, but some of this is warranted by Warner Brothers overall as well, because they've been stewards of it for far longer than James Gunn has. And there's got to be a certain level of responsibility when you have an IP like that. Like the same level of responsibility we put at Kathleen Kennedy's feet for destroying the merchandising machine that was Star Wars and Lucasfilm. You got to kind of apply some of that, at least. It hasn't been as big a failure, but you got to apply some of that to at least the theatrical of how they've handled it with Superman, because there's just no way this level of a Superman movie shouldn't shit $800 million. And again, even outside of some of the more comical, whimsical parts of the Superman movie that I didn't enjoy, that doesn't do anything to the marketing of this film. This film was not marketed very well at all. It just I don't think that the teasers that were released, the clips that were released, the first thing we ever saw about this Superman was him bleeding in the snow, whistling for Crypto. Just not at all. Even if you're going to start the movie that way, not the first thing you show the audience.
Right.
All of the fucking scream scenes. It only made me look for them in the movie. It only made me anticipate them when they came up in the movie. Now, I will admit some of those scenes didn't hit the same way that they did in the teaser trailers. But again, that is a failure of the marketing, right? You made him look like a whiny incel in some of these teasers.
Yeah.
And that's not necessarily where he was going. And he was still kind of whiny, but it wasn't for the reasons that I thought watching that 90-second cutout of the movie, didn't do it any favors.